Step number 4 on the house of quality is the relationship matrix. So we have determined what is the customer requirement and its importance, and also we have determined the technical requirement of that car. So now we will develop correlation between customer requirement and design characteristic or technical requirement here. So the correlation will in terms of this symbol. Strong we symbol as a bullet or tick here, which is carries 9 values here, and then moderate we symbol as a hollow bullet here, which is 3, and then for weak we just symbol as a triangle here, which is carry 1 mark. So let's say we the correlation between weight and speed. So if we reduce the weight, the speed can also be increased. So here means that the relationship is strong, so it gives 9 here. And then let's say in terms of weight, if we less the weight, so in terms of safety, maybe there is some material will be reduced, and then some part of will be not used, so it might make the safety features not suitable, not in their optimum performance, let's say. So let's say we take example, we make a relationship between less weight with low fuel consumption. So there is a relationship between the car, the less weight of the car will use low fuel consumption, but it is not very important, so it gives 3 here. And then in terms of reliable, so if we have reduced the weight of the car, so maybe the reliable is not achieved, so it gives triangle here. So this is how you make a relationship between the technical requirement to the customer requirement. So some of the relationship will go for strong, and then some of the relationship between technical requirement and customer requirement will go for moderate, and others will go for weak. So you need to make sure that and then you need to do the relationship. You need to think the what kind of relationship happen between the customer requirement and the technical requirement. So step number 5 is important writing. So it is the result of calculating the total sum of each column when multiplied by the customer important factor. So it helps to determine where to assign the most resource. Then calculate the percent of the importance. So there is a calculation here. So to find what is the value of relative importance is to first you need to sum up all the important value here. Let's say 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 is 18. So you want to find what is the relative importance for criteria number 1, which is speed. So importance 3 divided by total sum up is 18 times with 100 for percent. So you will get around 16 point something. So we round it to the 17%. So for 4, if we calculate, it will give the relative importance is 22, and then 3 will give to around 17, and then 3 is 17, and of course for importance value of 5, it will show the highest relative importance, which is 28. Okay. So for the technical important writing here, also the same, which is this value is 9 times with 17 plus this is value for 3 times with 22 plus 3 times with 17 plus 1 times with 17, so you got around 280 something. So 283.3, this is uh, the calculation that carries from this side, which is not 17. The values here is 16 point something, so it used that 60 point something. If you use 17, you will not get this value, you will get around 287 or 85 if you use 17. But if you make the calculation connected by using the Excel, so it will use the value of 16 point something here. So this is the reason why the figure here shows the value of 283.3. But if you use calculator and just use this value 17, 22, you will get the different value. But is just okay. We just want to find what is the value of technical importance writing, and then what is the relative weightage. So how we can find the relative weightage? Here is the result of 14 is the result of plus. First we need to add up to sum all of these value of technical important ratings. So we will sum 283 plus with 423.3 plus 700 plus with 223.3 plus 100 plus 216.17, so you will get around 1900 something. And then if you want to find what is the relative weightage for that word for this criteria, so the total sum of here 200 283.3 divided by the total sum of here, and then you times with 100%, so you will get 14%. Okay. Same goes for the second row here, column. So this value for 453.3 divided by the values of when you sum up of this value times with the 100%, you will get the value is 22%. So means that after you manage to find what is the relative weight, you will see some values, the highest values here. So here we see that the higher value is cost of production. So means that this is the very important factor that we need to consider in our design, which is cost of production. And then second is the types of engine power, which carries the value of 22%. And then the least is important is the dimension, so which is carry 5%. That means that we should not basically spend more time on the dimension to think about the dimension, because the dimension is less and not very important. And the last step is to make the competitive evaluation or benchmarking. So the benchmarking will be open on the right side. So there is a section for our product, okay, where we compare our product in terms of speed, safety, low fuel consumption, reliable and cheap. So we get this value, and then we will make also benchmarking others product. Let's say competitor 1 competitor 2, 3 and 4 and so on. So we will do also the comparison, and then this comparison will helps to understand competitive product to fulfill the customer requirement, and also it a good idea to ask customer how the product or service right in relation to the competition. So basically this value here, the result here is given by the customer. So customer makes the comparison, between your product and the competitive product here.